Hey everyone, how is it going? It is so great to be back here on the blessed YouTube. So today I have a fun video for you. I'm once again doing a live, well, it's not technically live reaction, but I'm about to watch it, so you know, you get the idea. But I'm doing a review of Kylie Minogue's Golden Tour on DVD. I was introduced to Kylie in 2018 when the Golden album came out, and let me tell you, that is my favorite album of 2018, and I'm so thankful for it because it introduced me to all things Kylie Minogue, and being an American, that doesn't come as easily as it does. So today I'm finally watching this DVD. As everyone knows, this is the deluxe edition of the DVD. That was a deluxe edition. No one said it was a deluxe edition, and then it sold out, and then everyone was pissed. So I asked for it for my birthday in October. I have my birthday's in October. This didn't come out till December, and I didn't get it until January because, you know, it took forever to send to America. So I'm really excited to finally watch this tour. I didn't actually spoil myself too much with this tour. The only couple things I know is that this is basically, I believe, the original set list, because I know they cut a few things as the tour went on, and I only know that because Get Out of My Way was cut, and that's my favorite Kylie Minogue song. And I know that this, I don't know if it's this version per se, but the stage used to be in like a G shape for the Golden Tour thing, and then that got cut, and then it was just a regular stage, and that came when they changed it from being like smaller venues to an actual full-out concert stadium arena tour. So I am very excited to finally watch this, and I'm gonna write down my notes as it goes along, and we are golden, so let's do it. Hey everyone, here we are 2 hours later. So I just got finished watching the Golden Tour by Kylie Minogue, and I have some thoughts. I think in general I want to say I didn't love this as much as I wanted to, but I don't really have anything bad to say. I don't know, maybe I just wasn't in the right mind frame for this right now, but I'm glad I finally did watch it, and I do have a lot to say because there was a lot I liked. And nothing I didn't really hate anything, so let's go from there. Now, as a disclaimer, I want to say nothing can compare to seeing a concert in person. Like, it's just not the same. Like, I wouldn't view this concert the same if I had been there. But as a poor American, and the fact that Kylie Minogue doesn't have the same pull she has in America, which is sad because she's great and better than anyone that has come out in the last 10 years. This is all I got to go on. So I had fun. So I'm going to start talking about what I wanted to say first. Now, I've noticed a lot of people complain about how this concert was filmed. And I have to slightly disagree because I have noticed that filmed concerts, and especially musicals from London or Australia, always look better than how they're filmed in America. I didn't think it cut too much to different shots. I thought what was very clear, and I think evident from the poster of this, because it describes it, this isn't the exact original tour poster, but it's pretty much the same. It was called Kylie Minogue in Golden. And they styled this DVD, this film performance, to look like a movie. And I have to appreciate that, and it's very clear from using the, what I call CinemaScope widescreen, not the general widescreen, so say it would fill up this entire laptop if it was, but you know what I mean, like the CinemaScope, the wider of the wide screens. And I enjoyed that. I was really happy they did that. I thought it made it look a lot nicer. And they definitely, I'm not sure if if the DVD had a huge effect on it, because obviously DVD quality is not as good as Blu-ray, but it wasn't released on Blu-ray. There was a digital release though, and I know so many fans were like, thank God, because they want their sweet, sweet HD. I was okay, I think I lived. But the softer focus look of it, I think worked well for what this show is. So I'm gonna start going down with what I thought. The first thing I wrote down was Kylie Minogue on Butt Cowboy. And that's because on the chaps of the Cowboys, on the butts, there was a K and an M, and I enjoyed that. So thank you, Kylie. Okay, this is what I put. I put Golden, Love, and Hate. Now here's the thing. I love this album, Golden, the album, so much, because it was the first thing that introduced me to Kylie Minogue, this album right here. And I think using Golden as the opening, and I've changed my mind since I wrote this actually, there is no other song I think they could have opened this tour with other than Golden, but it is not the most exciting opening number that I think you could have. But now after watching this concert, I don't think there's anything else they could have opened it with, so there's that. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna say on that. I love the opening outfit, the pink with the boots, the golden look as it were. gorgeous. Gorgeous. She looked great. I have to say, especially with this album being released coinciding with her 50th birthday, this looks like she comes off as a woman in this show. Like, it's not like she's fighting for youth or anything like that, even though I would do that if I was 50, but she looks so comfortable in her skin, and she looks incredible, and I loved that. I love watching her. She's so in her prime right now, I would say. I love how she presented herself throughout this entire show. Okay, the next song was Get Out of My Way, which is my favorite Kylie Minogue song. Out of everything I've listened to, it's my favorite. I just love it. I have the vinyl single because they didn't release it on the Step Back in Time vinyl, so I bought the little vinyl one. Side tidbit. But I like how she was like, "You talk, I walk." I thought it was funny how she said that. Okay, this is where I noticed something. Cowboy imagery at odds with older songs from the catalog. I think this was evident through the whole thing when there was a more cowboy-esque look to it, or more country-esque, if you were. It was very noticeable on Better the Devil You Know, and especially Get Out of My Way. I don't know, it felt so at odds, because it was such a different type of song, and I'm like, why are there cowboys in Get Out of My Way? Like, it didn't look as nice as I think it could have. I think that's really what it came down to for me. It didn't, like, bother me, but it was just something I noticed, if you know what I mean. Then there was the white pantsuit. I love a white pantsuit. When I saw the Pretty Woman musical in person and Samantha Barks came out in that white pantsuit, I was like, oh my god, every woman should own a white pantsuit. It is the cutest thing I've ever seen. I loved it. I loved it on her. I'll always love a white pantsuit. So there's that. Okay, when she was doing Confide in Me, I was thinking, I was like, this is such a great arrangement. And then halfway through, I was like, I've heard this arrangement before. And the Confide in Me arrangement was the same as it is on the Abbey Road Sessions album, which is a great album and you should check out. And I love that. I loved it. Then when she did I Believe in You, some guy gave her a scarf, and she took the scarf and she was like so cute, and then threw it back at him. And I was like, you couldn't have kept it. Then In Your Eyes, I loved the arrangement of In Your Eyes. I thought it was really pretty. And then Lifetime to Repair. I forgot, like, it's been a while since I fully listened to the Golden Album. Not like a long time, maybe a couple weeks. And like some of them I was like, I forgot how cute of a song this is. Lifetime to Repair is just such a wonderful, beautiful little song. And then she came out in the new outfit, which was, she looked incredible in this outfit that she wore from Shelby 68 and onwards. And Shelby 68, I think, is probably in my top 5 of the Golden songs. I think it's just such a cute song, and I think it's so well done. Then Radio On, which I didn't love the performance of it as much as I think I would have liked to, but I did love the filming of how they did Radio On. So there's that. All right. Oh, this is what I've been excited to say since I wrote it down in here. Ignore my bad handwriting. So, fun little story. When she did Wow, this has nothing to do with the performance or this, but I'm just going to tell you a fun little story right here, right now. So, I recently graduated from college, and let me tell you, the people at the school I went to listened to some of the worst music I've ever heard. And with the walls being as thin as they were in my dorm, I felt it was my duty as their friendly gay neighbor to blast my music because it's good music. And one time, a fun little story, I was blasting Wow, and I have a really good speaker too, so I made sure I was heard because the music they were listening to was horrible, and I felt it was my duty to educate them on what good music is. And so I'm blasting Wow, and I hear the guy who lived next to me, who was an asshole, walk out of his room, and for some reason, I don't know why to this day I did it, but I looked out the keyhole, and I just could see outside my keyhole him, like, doing this, and I was like, I've done my job right. So there's that. I'll always love Wow just because of that. I can always think of that song because of that. Here's another fun thing. Can't Get You Out of My Head. I find it so funny. Being an American, that's Kylie Minogue's biggest American hit. And if it was like any other concert here, that would have been the final song because, you saved the biggest hit for last. But it's so crazy to me that, in London where this was filmed, like, that's not her, well, it's a big hit, and it's probably, I think, still her biggest hit, but she's got so many more in there that it doesn't seem to make sense to even put it. It almost feels like an afterthought to do that. So, Yeah, that's not even my favorite Kylie Minogue song, but being an American, you have to be like, oh, I love Kylie Minogue, and they're like, who's that? And then you have to pull out your iPhone and be like, la 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 la, and they're like, oh, that song, I love that song. So yeah, that's great. Okay, Slow. I like Slow a lot. I didn't like it in this show. I didn't think it really fit. And I didn't like the leather outfit. I don't know if I didn't like the material that the leather was. I don't know. Something about it didn't work for me. Okay, here's a fun little unpopular opinion. I have seen so many times on the Kylie Minogue Say Hey Facebook group, shout out, people bitch so much about the song Kids, and I don't get it. Like, they're like, I hate that song. I wish you would stop singing it. I loved it. She did it as a girl group number. I was here for it, and I think Kids is a nice song, so yeah. For the one, I put Lovely Arrangement. For Stop Me from Falling, I have to say, listen, I think Stop Me from Falling and Dancing, while you couldn't easily make the comparison that they sound very similar, they are so different, I think, in what they're about, that I think that kind of makes up for that for me. So I have to say, Stop Me From Falling, I was actually dancing when it was playing because I just love that song so much. I think both that song and Dancing are just so timeless, and I still remember the first time I ever heard them, that I just loved hearing it, and I thought it was a wonderful performance. The flannel look was cute. The flannel almost dress looking thing, Especially For You was really sweet. I don't really love that song, but it was so clear that the audience did, and I love that. Oh, I have to say, I love the lighting on All the Lovers. And here's the thing that I like about All the Lovers is that throughout all the fandoms I feel I'm a part of, I can't think of another one where there's a song that's just for the fans. And I love hearing All the Lovers because you know it's about her fans. You know it's the fans feel that. The fans call themselves lovers. I love that name. Yeah, I just love that song. I think it's such a sweet moment in each concert from what I've seen. I haven't seen too much, but I love that. Okay. Loved the gold dress, and then I don't know what I wrote there, but I loved it. Oh, for the New York City, I think it's so funny now to look back on that song and remember when everyone was like, when's she gonna release it? Why do we only have this weird live version of it? And now it's out and about, and that's great on the Step Back in Time. It's greatest hits. So you have it now. There it is. And it's so funny to think that back then, when this was filmed, that wasn't released. So yeah. I put Locomotion, so much fun. I noticed one of the dancers in there had a same pair of shoes, a Nike Cortez that I own as well. So shout out to you. Oh, the streamers during Spinning Around, I was shook. I wasn't expecting that, and the colors and everything looked incredible. I think that's actually what's playing right now. No, maybe it's the look. I don't know. Yeah. All right. Then she left, and she acted like, good night. Haha. Yeah, and we all know you're coming on for an encore. And she came out in this was probably my least favorite look of the night. It looked like she was wearing a white muumuu with these like high thigh boots, and I was like, oh, I don't approve of that look. But then she took off the white thing, and it was this beautiful green outfit under it, and I was like, okay, fine, you're good. And then if I could, I would flip-flop them into their each spots, Spinning Around and Love at First Sight. I like Love at First Sight more, but I think Spinning Around is a little more epic, so I think that would have worked a little better. And then she ends it with Dancing, and it's just, Dancing is so beautiful. I've said what I needed to say about Dancing, and love that song. So it was really interesting to finally watch this concert. From what I've heard, I don't believe that fans think that this is her best concert. I don't mean in terms of like it was bad or anything like that, but I think that everyone has their opinion, and I believe I've heard a lot better reviews on the Aphrodite tour, which I did just get on Blu-ray, so I'm going to watch that very soon. So, yeah, it was really cool. I don't think it's the best representation of the album, but I think the album stands for itself because it's so good. And, she looked great, and I haven't watched too much of her live performances, but she's a very confident performer. She never seems to be nervous or anything like that, and with a lot of the people that I like, you see that sometimes, and, that's okay. But I'm really happy I finally watched it, and I think it's really cool that I have the deluxe edition that not a lot of people have. I need to import the CD onto my computer though, because I would like to listen to some of these arrangements a little more. But I disagree with what a lot of people said. I think this deluxe edition, well, it's not really all that, deluxe. I think it looks nice. I heard people say the paper was cheap. I think the paper feels fine. I guess I'm just an easygoing person. But yeah, Kylie Minogue Golden live in concert. I would definitely recommend getting it if you're a Kylie fan. If you want a little introduction to Kylie, I think that this is a good one. I would have to see a little more and see if there may be a better concert introduction, but I'm sure the fans can post what they believe down here. But yeah, I think I wasn't in the greatest mood to watch this. Not that I feel like I'm in a bad mood, I just wasn't. I don't know. Oh, there's the outfit I didn't like. But yeah, Kylie Minogue Golden live in concert. I would definitely recommend getting it. Unfortunately, you can't get this version anymore, but you can buy still with the CD and the DVD on Amazon, and it's a lot cheaper now, and you won't have to probably wait as long as I did to finally watch it. So yeah, check out the Golden Live in Concert DVD, and especially check out this album. I could make a video on why I love this album so much. And I'm so glad to be part of the Kylie Minogue fan base, because it's a very passionate fan base, and it's so cool to talk with people, and I met a couple people through it, because they're all either Australian or British, or, and literally anything but American. And I have to say, to my international fans, I appreciate you guys so much, because unlike my country, you respect divas, you respect the queens, and I come from a country that doesn't, and that's hard sometimes, but we're all here together and we all love our true icons, and Kylie Minogue is definitely one of them.